Hello guys, my name is Suraj Nagarwal, and welcome to the Great Marketers Show, where I interview the top marketers and entrepreneurs. Where I believe that all entrepreneurs should take off their entrepreneurship hat and put on the marketer's hat. Because of the good marketing, we are able to make changes and impact on more lives. So, overall, here you will just get all your marketing answers. Today, we are inviting the one and only Jeffery Banek. He is the founder of Banek Digital and NFTs for Newbies. He's a coach and consultant. He's generated over $43 million in past 4 years. His first funnel made approximately $1.2 million in just 57 days. Now, he just deep dive into the NFTs and just teaching all about the NFTs. So just please let me invite the one and only Jeffrey in the house. Hi, Jeffrey. How are you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on today. By the way, that one thing, the first funnel did do 1.2 million in 57 days, but it also went on to do 10 million in just under 18 months as well, just as a little
Oh,
caveat to that. So
that's that's awesome. I forgot that point to tell that,
no worries, man.
but
No worries.
that's and thank you so much for coming on my show and giving your precious time to me. So I'm so much grateful for that. How's going everything? How are you?
It's amazing, man. We're living in one of the greatest times right now. If you look back, especially when it comes to the change I made, this is like when .com first started. This is when you had the gold rush back in the 40s and or 19 or 1840s or whatever. I mean, this is the future, and I'm honored to be able to be one of the forefront people that are like leading the charges in NFTs in the metaverse and helping people to understand them, because this is where everything's going. So much so that, like we were talking about before the show started, that all this stuff, the click funnels, everything, like 4 years of hard work of my life, I sort of just ended instantly, because every time I'd work on something that was ClickFunnels related, I'd see this NFTs or this metaverse over here. I'm like, I need to be over here. I really can't be over here. This was a great experience and helped me to get to where I am now. But this is the future, and NFTs are going to change the world. And soon the metaverse will become our digital world. So to not be able to focus on that, because one of the things I always told my coaching clients was, hey, look, even if you give everything 100% or equal amount of effort, and you have two things, if you divide 100 by 2, it's 50%. So you're only giving half your effort. So you always have to go all in on something. At least that's my belief. And that's why I totally shifted away from funnels and coaching, even though I'd had so much success. And now I've moved into NFTs because I have a passion for it. I love it. It's something I think about all the time now. I feel so honored and privileged to be part of this journey.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so, if people are just watching us live, so just put the hashtag live. And if you are just watching us as a replay, then put the hashtag replay. And the one more thing is, we are just talking about all about the NFTs revolution. And you can just feel the vibe when Jeffrey is telling all the things about us, about the NFTs to us. So this is the huge thing that you can take the advantages of this thing. Okay. So just let's get started with the interview.
Sure.
Yeah, I had want to learn more about your background story and how you become aware about this online journey from the funnel doc to these NFTs for newbies.
Right. So, wow, man, it's been a crazy ride. I mean, just to think about it, thanks everybody. First of all, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody showing up. It's awesome. I feel honored just to be able to be on shows like this and share my passion and my love and everything, and my journey. And hopefully this inspires some of you, because like just 5 years ago, I was a personal trainer trying to figure out digital marketing online. And one day my mentor, Bedros Koulian, holds up this book, .com Secrets, from some dude, Russell Brunson. And I'm like, I don't know who that is, but hey, when your mentor tells you to read something, you read it, right? So I did. And it was so funny, because everything I'd been trying to figure out about digital marketing and how to market my personal trainer brand online all made sense all of a sudden. It was like, funnels are the future, websites are dead, upsells, downsells, webinars, follow-up email sequences, the attractive character. It all makes sense now. And luckily, I had developed really good sales skills when I was a personal trainer. I was always in the top sales, always. So one of the things that's different when it comes to a funnel is when I'm selling you something, I can ask you questions and pull the information out of you. With a funnel, you can't do that. You have to do the research ahead of the time, find out the answers, find out the questions, put them in the funnel, and then it's just a basic sales process of how you take someone from knowing nothing about the product to becoming a raving fan. And that's why I was able to have so much success with funnels. I already had a really good sales structure. I just moved it in the funnel structure. So I read .com secrets. At this point, my wife and I are like living paycheck to paycheck. We're trying to figure it out. I'm maxing out our credit cards, like buying every course I can. I'm getting certified by digital marketer Ryan Dice's stuff. I'm doing everything I can to figure out this space because I'm the type of person that, like I said earlier, I go all in. Matter of fact, if you don't know, this is the actual funnel hacker tattoo that I got before I got my ever first 2 comma. I got this April 4th, 2017 as a promise to myself that I was going to do something in ClickFunnels, that I wasn't going to dip my toe in and go half-ass. I was going all in. So I went into the group, the ClickFunnels group at that time had about 32,000 people in it. Now it's got like 250 or something thousand or something, like astronomical number. And I figured out, how can I learn funnels? And I really looked at it and I was like, the best way to learn something is when you can teach others. When you can actually teach others and show them the way, that's when you truly have like mastered something. So I was like, well, I'm going to go in this group and I'm just going to provide value and help out as much as I can. And I was literally in the ClickFunnels group anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day, every day. I would jump on Zoom calls. I'd research stuff, whatever it took to help people to figure out these funnels, which in turn helped me to grow as well. Well, one thing led to another, and times got really tough. I wasn't able to make it work. I kept struggling, trying to figure it out. Like, when is this going to happen? When my break? When am I going to really figure this thing out? And it got so bad at one point that my wife wanted to lose her job, and she was sort of supporting us at that time. And it got so bad we had to literally pawn my wife's ring just to pay rent one month. And it was so bad that our rent was $1,200. A ring we could only get $800 for it, so we couldn't even get enough money to pay our rent. It was really bad times, but I never gave up the fight. I never gave up this was it. And I just kept on. And then one day, this guy, Kevin David, no clue who this guy is, just posted in the ClickFunnels group that he needs help with his funnels. And all of a sudden, because I'd been helping so many people, everybody just tags me. They're like, Jeff, he's your guy, So Kevin reaches out to me. We talk about it. I show some funnels he built. He's like, well, you got the tattoo. You got to be the guy, right? And I'll never forget, for that first funnel, Kevin paid $6,000 for me, and that's for the funnel, like everything. The only thing he made was like the course and the webinar. I did the emails, the messenger bot, like everything for it. But at that point, when you're broke, you're pawning your wife's ring just to pay rent. $6,000 is like, oh my God, that's life-changing money. I was like, baby, we're rich now. Yes. We're going out to dinner at Red Lobster. We're getting your ring out of the pond. We're paying off all the bills. Life is great. This is amazing. So I went to work on Kevin's funnel, and as I already said, 57 days later after we launched, we did the 1.2 million, which was crazy too. Being a guy who was like, I had never made more than $30,000 a year as a personal trainer, maybe 35 at the most, $3,000 a month, normal money. And to see that we had 2 days that were over $100,000 in one day. It was $108,000 and $132,000 in sales through the funnel that I'd made for Kevin. I'm just sitting there going, how is this even happening? I'd never seen anything like this, even though I dreamed about it, but I never saw it. So needless to say, that happened. We winded up going, and this is for actually the world record with ClickFunnels for the largest ever human soccer bubble soccer game, where we played that. I set the world record. We launched another funnel with Kevin. That one did about 3 or 4 million. This one winded up to do 10 million, like I said, in 18 months. I actually have another one here that I haven't even opened yet. I got to open that one. I'll probably do that today, actually. That one's going to go right here. That was for my last 2 comma. We did 844,000 in 7 days. That one winded up going on to do multiple millions. Like you said, altogether, 41.7 million in 4 years. Started doing coaching after that, teaching everything about what I learned, My last 8 clients all did 10K in 30 days. My last 4 out of those 8 all hit 100K within 80 days to 122 days. It was amazing. I was crushing it. It was a life dream. It was everything I ever wanted. And I literally in Funnel Hacking Live destroyed it all to go all in on NFTs, because once you understand the technology, you'll understand that anything that's bought and sold online or off can be an NFT to some degree, and a lot of things should. Now, mind you, a lot of things shouldn't be, like a pencil or lunch or something, but a lot of things can. And the future of that combined with the metaverse, it was a no-brainer, had to go all in. So there's my story, a little quick version of it, start to finish, the ups, the downs, just to let you guys or gals know that's watching this before we move on to the next question. It's going to get rough. It's going to get hard. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be worth the journey. If it wasn't the things that happened to me, the bad times help you understand and appreciate the good ones, and be grateful when you have those good times, because there are going to be bad times. It's not going to always be easy, because if it was easy, everybody be doing it. Everybody have these, but realize, as long as you keep believing in yourself, believe in what you're doing, that's all that matters. And eventually it will happen, but you have to be ready when it does. That was the one thing I was blessed for. When Kevin came knocking on my door, I was ready to heed that call. So prep yourself now, so when that call comes for you, you're able to do what you need to be able to change your life and to change the world. So anyway.
That's really, really awesome, man. The first golden nugget, and I love your story. When you just showed your tattoo, I just feel like I have to create that the same one on my hand. But
Well, I got two
literally
more.
so much.
It's the other one I wanted to show you guys too. This one you can't really see. It says impact, and this one says
Oh,
income, because they're the two most important things. Without money, it's hard to change the world, man. Broke, it's hard. You're trying to make it day to day. It's hard to think of others. I mean, we do our best, but income and impact, that's what it's all about. Go out there, make some money, and then use it to change the world and your life.
awesome, awesome, awesome. This is the exact thing that we want, and you are just making the impact on a lot of people and just making the money with that. I'm so much grateful that you are just sharing a lot of the things that literally appreciate that to hear your backstory. So let's get started about the NFT. So could you share that what is the NFT? A little bit history, and how did you first NFT get started?
Sure. NFTs have only been around for like 2017-ish is when the first ones were invented, but really all the growth has been in like the last 6 to 7 months. If you look at it, it's just exploded massively. Now, let's get into what an NFT is. First of all, everyone sees an image and thinks that it's art, and some can be. Don't get that wrong, but the image is not what it's really about. Let's go over the word non-fungible token. That's what NFT stands for, non-fungible token, NFT. So the word fungible means interchangeable. So if I took 5 baseballs here and lined them up, they're all made the same, no defects, nothing. They're all the same. They're all equal. They're interchangeable. You could give me one. We could easily exchange them. Totally. That's fungible. Now, if a professional player comes along and signs one of the 5, that one becomes non-fungible because it's not the same value anymore. You can't exchange them. And that is what the non-fungible part is. Now, the token part, the last part, simply is a ledger or a record on the blockchain, which is the actual data online that says something's been bought and sold. That's really all it is. And then any other perks or anything associated with that item. So it's not like people think now where, oh, I can right click, save it. First of all, if it is art, you can right click and you can take a picture of the Mona Lisa, but you don't own it. Okay. So that's the difference. The one cool thing about if you do look at it as art, the blockchain proves that it's authentic, proves who's owned it, and proves who's bought and sold it. So it actually keeps track or record of the sales. NFTs can literally be anything bought and sold online. If you have a course, you can attach an NFT to it. The cool thing about doing it this way, if it's say it's a $997 course, I decide to make 3,000 NFTs of a $997 course. Okay, 3,000 times 1,000 that's $3 million. That's a lot of money. But here's what people don't understand: These NFTs is basically a ticket for access to the course. For the first time ever, I would be able to go through that entire course and then sell my NFT to someone else and even make more money back because they're limited now. There's only 3,000. So the only way you could get would be to buy that course from someone who has that NFT. So I can, for the first time ever, I could sell that NFT, which is access to the course, to someone else, make my money back, or even make money on top of the education that came from the course. Another thing that just happened, an NFT was attached to a house. So if you want to have a property in the future, you won't get a deed, you'll get an NFT, and whoever owns that NFT will have access to the property. The really cool thing about NFTs too is that there's a baked in royalty into the code. So it can be anywhere from 5 to 10% is the average. So whenever that NFT is sold, whoever is the original creator of it gets that royalty forever. So you can actually create generational wealth. Think about it just in the fact of a house. If you had 10 houses worth $1 million each, every time that thing sold and you had 10%, you would get $100,000 every time. And that's just one of the small little things that you can do. So realize the picture and the art is really secondary. The formula for success for NFT is actually community is greater than utility. Utilities are just the bonuses that we attach to it, is greater than art. If you don't have a community for NFTs, and this is where all NFTs, or a lot of NFTs are failing us now, and a lot of people see it and they're like scams or it falls to zero, it's garbage. And that's because people don't think about the community or the value behind it. They just try and pass off pictures. And that's one of the big problems that's happening, is that the understanding of the technology has not caught up to what people are doing with it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, people see it as a way now I can make money. And you totally can. But like flipping baseball cards wasn't what the original intention of baseball cards were, but people do it. Or buying and selling cars, or trading, Forex even. That's not the intention of any of that, but you can make money with it. It's the same thing that's happening with NFTs. But the problem is because people are seeing all this money now, people are seeing it as a scam because so many don't understand what it's really about. And they sell this money moving, so they're like, oh, it's got to be a scam. They're ripping people off. And unfortunately, people do get ripped off, but a lot of times, not to say it's because they didn't do their due diligence. They FOMO'd in, they heard something. FOMO means fear of missing out. They heard something was great, and they jumped into it. Sorry, I got off track a little bit about NFTs and got off a little bit, but hopefully that answers your question, at least to the basic one, about what NFTs are. I get so excited, I just keep talking about them forever, so I apologize. But hopefully that answered your question. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. It's literally just a record on the blockchain of something being bought and sold and what that thing is. That's literally all it is. Now, it can be more than that as far as art and stuff, but simplest form, NFTs.
What a pretty definition that you have just shared. I literally so much love that your definition. And this is the exact thing, the first time that I understand what the exact NFT is. And because before this, I was just thinking about we are just exchanging the images and the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I was thinking, but right now I have the right clarity on that.
Oh yeah.
So
that's one of the biggest problems now. And that's one of the things why I want to go on these podcasts like this and be able to educate people, because once people actually understand it, it's going to change the world, man.
Yeah. So the next thing is, what are the numerous NFT platforms? And these are the different separated for the marketplaces, different categories such as the sports, gaming, art, and collectibles, and so on.
Sure. So right now, the biggest platform to buy NFTs is OpenSea.io. What that is it's just you can buy any type. You can buy music, you can buy art, you can buy whatever type you want on there. It's basically the Amazon of NFTs now. In the future, there's other platforms. Coinbase is going to be opening up an NFT site. There's another one, crypto.com. There's tons of them are going to be opening here in the future because everybody sees all the money behind it. The thing is, it's going to be Pareto's principle like it always is. 20% are going to get all the traffic, and then there'll be 80% that are outliers that people don't go to or are very rarely frequent. Same thing's happening with NFT platforms. NFTs are also on different networks, they call it. So it could be on Ethereum network. It could be on the Polygon network. It could be on Cardano. It could be on Wax. There's all these different networks. So right now, for everyone that's a newbie, go to OpenSea, stay there, and stay on Ethereum. It costs a little bit more because of the tax. They call it the gas fee. But right now, if you're trying to sell something, it makes no sense to go. This is where people always don't make sense. They're like, oh, I'm going to go to this no-name place because there's not a lot of competition. Well, there's not a lot of buyers there either, man. You got to think about that. Like, you go to where the people are. Would you rather sell your stuff on Etsy or Amazon? And that's what people don't understand. They're like, oh, I'm going to go to this site over here that nobody knows about because I don't have competition. Well, nobody's buying there either. And that's what people don't understand. The primary sales aren't even where the real money is. The real money is in secondary sales on the open market. Think about one of the top NFTs right now, Bored Ape Yacht Club. They were given away for free, I believe, or very little. And now they've done $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in sales on the secondary market since April. April, man. April. It hasn't even been a year yet. They've done $1 billion in sales. And then the owner, like I said, who created it, gets that 5 to 10%. So say they go in the middle at 7. What's 7% of $1 billion? What is that, like $70 million they made? Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. So as far as platforms, those are the platforms. There's a bunch of different, it depends on what coins, what platform. But I recommend for people starting out, go on OpenSea. But the number one thing, realize, everyone watching this, please, 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 there are no crypto police. There's no NFT FBI right now. Be very careful because there are scammers out there galore because there's no one to get them in trouble. Right now, if they scam you, they're like, cool, I got your money. Ha, 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 ha. Don't fall for it. Always do your research. Join my NFT for Newbies group. I'll teach you what to do. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions because here's the deal. Once they get you, they got you. With crypto, there is no reset button or, hey, let me get that back and call my bank. No, if they get you, your NFT, your crypto, whatever it is gone. And I don't want to say this to scare people. I just have to make you aware because I get it all the time in my newbies group. I had one person just the other day that lost $60,000. $60,000. She clicked on a link. All of a sudden, it gave them access to her wallet. Next thing you know, all of her crypto, all her NFTs gone within seconds. So I'm just saying that because this is a new space, the technology's new, that the scams are new too. So be careful. That's,
Yeah. Because when the market going up, there are the more scammers come and they just take the advantages of other people. So yeah, I can understand. And most of the people are asking about the platform. So there is a multiple platform for that. And Jeffrey said the one of the most important platform that you can just go on the OpenSea. You can just visit on that. That is the good platform. And you can also visit the Jeffrey group. I'm also in that, and literally you will just learn a lot in that. You can just check the guidelines. So we can just move forward on other questions like, yeah. So what is the NFT metadata?
We'll say that again.
What is the NFT metadata?
Metadata. Is that what you, metadata?
Yeah.
Okay, so NFT metadata is just the code that tells what the NFT, all that stuff on the blockchain is tracked in what's called solidity. It's spelled it's solid ITY. So if you want to know how to spell it, it's called solidity. It's the word solid and ITY at the end. Anyone watching this, if you want to learn how to make 6 figures, go learn how to code solidity. It will take you 3 months, maybe 4, depending on how quickly you figure it out. And I promise you right now, Solidity Code's developers are the highest in demand. They're making literally, I'm not even joking, $500,000 a year right now. Easy. You could go right now, learn it in 3 to 4 months and be making $100,000 a year. No problem. I'm not even joking. Like, go learn code. We just paid our developer $65,000 to build a website for us. So there's tons of money in it and no competition. I mean, like, I'm telling you, go out there and learn this. So I'm sorry, I got distracted. What was the question again? Sorry.
No, what is the NFT data?
Oh, the
No, no.
metadata,
I'm just
the
learning
metadata.
all the things. I'm just learning all the things that you were just sharing because most of the people are just finding the new ways to earn the money, and this is the solicitation is the way to make the money, and we are here. And yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you this, the other way you can make money. These are the top two things I tell everyone that wants to get in this. Don't flip NFTs. Don't try. Learn how to do the creation. Learn how to build them because then you're creating a business. So learn Solidity. Then you can be your own business. You can make easy six figures. If you don't want to do that, go learn how to build in the metaverse. Go to Sandbox, learn how to use their game maker so you can make experiences. There is 166,000 plots of land in the Sandbox. And I will promise you that only 10% of them even know what to do with it. The other 90, they just bought it because they had money. There was over $1 million spent on a plot of land in the metaverse. How much do you think that person will pay to develop it? That's what you need. Go learn how to build in the metaverse, build the NFTs that people will be wearing, build the experiences, build the houses, the structures. Promise you, you can learn that. And again, 3 to 4 months, depending on how quick you pick stuff up. I'm telling you, six figures, easy. Build in the metaverse, learn Solidity. One of those two, and I promise you, you could get off this right now. Go start. In 3 months, you'll be able to find people that they'll come to you because they're in such high demand. They will be asking for people like you. So please don't NFTs are great, but don't get caught up in flipping them because it's a tough life and it's got ups and downs and volatility. Instead, learn how to create your own company, make six figures, then you buy all the damn NFTs you want. So that's my thing for anyone watching this now. Go learn Solidity code, go learn to build in the metaverse. And you don't understand right now, the people building in the metaverse are creating the future. You can be part of the future right now. This is your chance to be one of the creators, to lead people in a generation that is going to change the world, man. I'm telling you. And that is the thing. Like, people don't understand. They're like, oh, when's my opportunity for this? Oh, I missed out for that. Get off your ass right now. The opportunity's here, man. I'm telling you. Sorry, I get a little excited. I had a little too much coffee. I apologize, but I'm telling you, it's out there. All you got to do is be willing to put in the work, just like I did at the beginning. Put in the work and the money will come. I'm telling you. Sorry.
No, I literally enjoying this session a lot, literally a lot, and this is the most valuable session ever. And thank you so much. You are just sharing a lot of things, literally a lot of things. And people, if you're watching us, then make sure the one tag is here, future is here. You have to get off your ass and put some of the action. Just you can just learn the most of the thing that we have just told you in this session. So just go and learn, and
Yeah.
you can just make the six figure with that. So the next thing is, it is necessary to obtain a license to order to save our NFTs on internet.
No. You don't need any license. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can go right now. Go Google, go YouTube Solidity, go YouTube how to build in the metaverse. You get your education for free right there, but you have to put in the work. It's not going to be easy. That's the other thing. There are no courses out for right now, or there might be. I think there's a course on Udemy on Solidity. Check that out. Udemy, it's like $20 or something. That's a good starter program. But other than that, there's not courses out there. There's nowhere you can go to learn how to launch an NFT. Well, of course, I'm going to be taking care of that later, but that's beside right now. There isn't any. But yeah, that's the thing. Go out there. You're going to have to go to YouTube. You're going to have to do your research. Start putting in the work. Go on these Discords. There's Discord servers out there, and that's all they talk about is building in the metaverse and Solidity. It's not going to be easy because, again, if it was, it wouldn't be paying as much. But the fact that you can go out, I'm telling you, 90 days, 3 to 4 months, it might even take less. I've seen people that are literally within a couple months are already making six figures. So it's really, it's up to you on what you want to do. That's the cool thing about this. You could be, I tell people it's weird. I don't want to like compare it to like Steve Jobs, but in some degrees, when they were building the Apple in the garage back in the day, that's where the metaverse is now. And you have a chance to get on the ground floor. So rather than thinking you're being held back, if you've got an internet connection, you can watch this and you can change your life right now. You just got to put in the effort, man.
I thought I should start learning this, and I will just create my own course on that, and I will just build my own platform. This is the huge opportunity for everyone who's just watching this
Everyone.
session, because most of the people don't know. They are just know only the how they can just sell and buy NFT. They how they can just trade in the NFT, because most of the people are just telling the only thing how they can just trade in that. But the most important thing that we are just learning, the absolutely, we can say, a unique thing that we are just learning here. So thank you so much, Jeff, for this is literally so much valuable. So the thing is, which blockchain are the most commonly used for the NFTs? I just listen some of the people, they are just going, the Ethereum is going so much higher, and
Right.
from this quarter, Q3 or 2021 is going, the scale is going so much higher. So share that about me.
Yeah. As far as the different blockchains right now, Ethereum's going to be really big. Another one that I'm really liking is AVAX, or Avalanche is another network that's going to be. Believe it or not, even though Polygon just got recently hacked for like 320 million or something like that, there. This is what's crazy. This is what people don't understand about crypto. So Polygon is a network that's a type of crypto that you can buy NFTs on, for anyone that's new. Okay. So the Polygon network had a marketplace like OpenSea, like I was telling you about, called Magic Eden, I believe is the name of it. On this platform, they did a rug pull, which means they stole everybody's money. They stole $320 million. Okay. Or yeah, 320 million bucks. The venture capital came in, gave Eden 320 million to make everybody whole, just so the Solana network could continue without any bad press. That network will never fail. I mean, when you've got people willing to put that much money behind it, it's going to be huge. Polygon also has low gas fees. Gas fees are the tax you pay when you buy or sell something. Anytime there's a transaction online when it comes to crypto, there's a fee. So just get used to that right now. It sucks, but it's just part of the game. But Polygon has little to no fees. It's a fast network, but it does have hacker problems. So that's one thing. So there's always new networks coming up. But the most popular ones that you're going to want to watch would be Ethereum. Binance is not bad either. There's a lot of good NFT games coming out. That's the other cool thing. Think about this. If you're a gamer, I'm a gamer. I love playing games. I played World of Warcraft for 10 years, okay, off and on. I went underneath the settings in World of Warcraft, and over the 10 years period, I was 6 months in game. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For 6 months of my life, I was in this game playing it. Now, I had great times and good memories, but didn't have anything to show. What NFTs will allow for gaming is, instead of buying a sword online, I'll buy an NFT of a sword. It'll be a basic, normal sword. But the more I use it, the more it will level up, until eventually I'll be able to take this basic sword that's now some magical, cool sword that I spent 5 months of my life building up, and I can sell it online to someone who has money but doesn't have the time to be able to build it up. 5,000 bucks, 10,000, who knows? It's like literally NFTs and gaming is another thing that's go hand in hand. It allows you to actually own assets. Think about the game Fortnite. I'm sure you've heard of it before, right? You can buy skins in that game, but you don't own them. If Fortnite shut down, you lose all your skins. It's all gone. And here's the other thing: you can't take those from one universe to another. In the future, you're going to own all those skins, and you're going to be able to take them from one metaverse, because all Fortnite is really is its own metaverse. All that is. It's a video world is metaverse. That's really all it is. But in the future, you're going to be able to take those NFTs, those assets you own, and move them from one world to the other and use them throughout. So it's and that's one thing too. I'm a gamer, so I just love the fact that NFTs and the gaming go hand in hand so well. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm also a gamer. I can just relate that, because I'm just playing COD Warzone from
Nice.
last 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Yeah, in the pandemic situation, I just learned this one particular skill to learn the gaming. Gaming is always getting so much calmness to me, so that's why I'm
So
just playing the games.
right. Just think about in COD. Just think about in Call of Duty, right? All the guns you have. In the future, those will all be NFTs, and you'll own them all, and you'll be able to take them from COD to Halo to Fortnite or whatever, all the games will become interlinked eventually. It's not going to happen right away because they want to focus on their own money, but eventually they'll have to all open up because people will just demand. And once the demand is there, they'll give in. But that's the future. I mean, when it comes to gaming, you'll buy a spaceship and it'll be an NFT, or you'll buy a horse and it'll be NFT. I mean, it's so cool to think about the future that for the first time ever, you can make money playing video games. I mean, it's crazy. Like right now, there's been a huge fall in Axie Infinity recently because of crypto crashing and all different other stuff. But up till recently, people in the Philippines were making up to 4 times their monthly salary playing a video game and then sharing the profits with someone. That's crazy to think that literally the NFTs have allowed people to be able to make 4 times what their average monthly salary is playing a game. How is that bad? You know?
Yeah, I got that. I got that. Literally so much awesome. Literally so much awesome. And most of the people are, if you're just watching us, then please make the note of this, because this is the only video which is help you to make your fixed 6-figure income. If you
Yeah,
just take the action on that particular thing that Jeffrey shared with us. So because everyone just give you the ideas, taking the action is your hand. It is on your hand. You have to take the action or just leave the game. If you don't want to be the game, then you just lose everything in the future. So future
yep,
is here. So the thing is, do we need NFTs demand any contracts? Because when I'm just reading about the NFTs, they're just showing that the two contracts. So could you share a little bit about that?
sure. When you create an NFT, the metadata, like we covered before, the data that makes up to it, what actually is on the blockchain is called a smart contract. And it literally, the cool thing about a smart contract is it allows you as a person to actually go in and see every line of code. That's the cool thing about NFTs. If you understand it, you can literally go in and look at all the codes on the blockchain. It's right there in front of you. It can't be changed. It's in black and white, so you can see it all. But that's what the actual the blockchain is, or or the contract is the smart contract. That's actually the all that coding, the solidity coding we were talking about. That's what makes up the smart contract, which tells the metadata or everything is what this NFT is. That's basically all the data, all that makes up the NFT is the smart contract that is made on the blockchain. And that's how you're able to see the code. You're able to see everything that's about it. And that's the good and the bad thing about NFTs is if you know the code, you can go in and look at everything and be like, yep, it's all right. But if you're trying for like IP, for instance, we're about to launch for Steven Larson. I don't know if you know who he is. We're doing an NFT Capitalist Pigs launch for him. And we have special code where for the first time ever, you can be an affiliate for his NFT, where like people are going to actually get, just like affiliate for ClickFunnels, they'll get affiliate for NFT. It'll be all tracked on the blockchain, paid out in the blockchain, all that. But the problem is, as soon as we launch it, all the code's going to be there for everybody to see. So they'll literally be able to copy it, change a couple things, and then so there's no IP really. Intellectual property on the blockchain doesn't really exist because just like anything else, you change a couple lines of code on it, it's totally different now, even though it's the same. So again, how important is coding? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Go out there and learn Solidity. I want to see messages in a couple months from now of some of you that went out there and either learn to build a metaverse or learn Solidity, because I promise you, you'll be making $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Easy. I know that sounds crazy for some of you guys right now where you're at. I know that's life-changing money. So go out there and bust your ass and get it. It's only 90 days. Commit 90 days to this, whichever is your passion. Maybe it's building. Maybe you're a techie person. You like numbers. Get in the coding part of it, whatever it is. But commit to it for 90 days and then go out and show people what you've done. And I promise you, you will be making 8 to 10 grand within 30 to 40 days after that. I mean, like literally, I'm an NFT guy. If I didn't believe it, I'd be telling you, flip NFTs, make NFT. No, the real money, the money that I promise you can make without fail is what I'm telling you now. All the rest is a game. It's a game. You got to guess the right timing. You got to have the right. And let's be honest, to launch an NFT, sure, it happens where you've seen the gentleman in India that had the 500 pictures of the selfies and he made $1 million. Those are the anomalies. That's not the norm. The norm, you need between $50,000 to $100,000 to be able to really launch an NFT. I mean, does it happen where people, I'm not trying to tell people don't go out and try on your own, because you could be that anomaly, but realize it's not the norm. So don't go out there thinking, oh, I'm going to make an NFT and next month I'm going to have them. No, go load Solidity, put some work into it, and then you can make $1 million. And then, like I said, you can make your own NFT or buy them, you know. It's not as easy as everyone thinks. It's really not. And I don't want to lie. Can it happen? It does happen. I made lots of money flipping NFTs that other people have. But right now, too, NFTs are so high. Just getting into them, you've got to have some money, because right now we're in an NFT bull run. Like, you launch NFT right now, and it's like you're making a couple $1 million easy right now. I mean, that's usually what we do for most of our clients, are anywhere from 2 to 4 million plus on an NFT launch. But like I said, minimum 50 to 100 grand to be able to work with us. So it's not really for most people. So instead, go for those others. Sure, they're jobs, but you can make your own agency. Realize that. You can go start your own business on that. Another thing, if you're watching this and you're a marketer, all right, we have marketers watching this, right, my friend? Listen to this. Realize the people, say you don't want to build Solidity. You don't want to learn. You don't want to learn how to make in the metaverse. You want to stay your job and be a marketer. Guess what? Those 166,000 land plots, people don't know how to get to them. They're actually going to need land marketing to teach people, like just like a show. Oh, hey, go to this land. You'll be able to do. There's going to have to be marketing and ads just for land in the metaverse to get people to them. So maybe that's your thing. Maybe you stay in the marketing, but instead of going to Facebook, now you're actually learning how to market people's lands in the metaverse. Literally the jobs are endless. It's up to you to decide where your passion is and to pursue it, you know. So
Yeah, there is a lot of way that you have just shared to make the money, and this is depends on what we can do and what will be the best way. Because you also shared that the one thing that is without failing, you can just make the good amount of money by learning the code. And I'm the coder. If I just told you about my story,
nice.
I was yeah I'm the coder. I am a Java developer, but I didn't get the job in IT because of few issues in the degree, and I was get some of the back. So I didn't get the job. But right now, I can just decide that I have the future. I can just learn the coding again within 90 days. Yeah, and we can just commit that for the 90 days. So I hope we can just do that,
Here's the
right?
thing too. If you already know a little bit of coding like yourself, Solidity's super easy, bro. I went and checked it out, and I almost started learning. I was like, I don't need to go down this rabbit hole. I'll just hire people to do it. I'm telling you, it's like really basic. It's like almost if-then statements, some of it. You know what I mean? Like basic coding. So if you've already you got an understanding of coding, it might be 30 days, man. It might only take you 30 days to figure it out. Because trust me, I know basic coding like HTML, Java, little stuff like that. So I started looking at it, and I was like, this is easy. I could almost read it right now when I was reading through it, and I hadn't even taken Solidity. So I'm like, if you already have a base when it comes to coding, go into Solidity. You're going to love it. It's easy. And I'm telling you, there are people begging for devs right now, begging, because there's just not enough to go around. There are roughly 20 plus NFT projects launching every day, not week, not month, day. So all those people need someone to code for them. Could be you.
Yeah, awesome, literally so much awesome. And let's go and dive into the NFT generation. We want to be the part of this revolution. So the next thing
Definitely.
is, yeah. So the next thing is, which is the best wallet and for the NFTs, and what is the minting and the gas fees? Because most of the people are saying that gas fees is important and minting is also the thing in that. So share that.
So the most popular one that everyone uses, MetaMask. You can also use Trust Wallet's another good wallet to use. Now, if you want what's called a hardware or a hard wallet, I would go with Ledger. This is a wallet that's off of actual online. It's a way you can protect your stuff. But when you're using a wallet, you want to think of it for anyone's new, just like you need your wallet to buy something in the real world, in the digital world, you need a wallet as well. The top two that I recommend are MetaMask or Trust Wallet. Those are used by pretty much everyone. What was the second question?
That was the gas fees and minting.
And minting?
Yeah, minting.
Okay. Excuse me. So gas fees are simply the transaction fee online. When you look at the Ethereum network, it can only handle 17 transactions a second. And you're like, wow, that sounds like a lot. 17 a second, that's a lot. When you look at something like Visa, they do 170,000 transactions a second. So think about this. If we're trying to do, like, I want to do something and you want to do something, and there's this guy over here who's the guy who gets to decide who goes first, and we get to pay him. If you pay more, he's like, oh, I'll go with you. You pay more. And I'm like, no, I'll pay more. No, you'll pay. And this is what they call gas wars, because there's only so many transactions that happen, but you can jump to the line by paying more. And it makes sense. If I was one of the guys who got to decide who goes to the front line, I'm going to take who's ever paying more. And this is what those fees are. And that's why they can get really high, because there's a lot of transactions. There's a lot of people trying to mint at the same time. Gas fees, I've seen them up into thousands of dollars for a couple $100 NFT. I mean, it gets crazy. That's Ethereum. You can go on other networks again, like Polygon and other ones where there's none or lower gas fees. Immutable X is another second tier platform which hasn't any. But again, the problem is there's just not a lot of traffic on those guys yet. So sure, you can go there. You might save $100 in gas fees, but you'll never sell anything. You know what I mean? It just won't move. So that's one of the things you have to look at right now. It's just part of doing business is what you have to look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're worried about $100 gas fee, go learn Solidity. Go learn, like, NFTs aren't your place. I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm just being honest. Like, if you're worried about $100, you need at least bare minimum $1,000 to start flipping NFTs. Minimum. Because here's the deal. What's going to happen if you only have a couple $100? You're going to go out, you're going to mint one or two. They're probably going to fail. It's just the way it is. Literally, it's a 50-50 flip. And this is why I'm saying don't get into it unless go learn a skill that you can build a business off of, and then you can buy as many NFTs as you want. Because that's the thing right now. You're going to probably fail. And here's the other thing. It's super hard to get in on mintings. First of all, okay, minting is this. The first time a NFT is ever made on the blockchain, when it's created, it's called a minting. Normally what you'll do is you'll go to a website that has a special connection where you can attach your wallet, like we were talking about, Trust Wallet or MetaMask, and then they'll be able to buy one of these NFTs. The first time you buy an NFT and you mint it, you don't know what it could be. It could be the most rare one worth hundreds of thousands, or it could be the most common one worth pennies. You don't know. That's the cool thing about when you mint something, you pay one price. It's like pulling a slot machine in Vegas. You could hit the jackpot, or you could not. You could crap out and get nothing. You know what? Not nothing. You always get an NFT no matter what. But that's the thing. When you mint it, you'll pay one price, but you don't know what you get. It could be the most valuable. It could be just a common one. That's a cool thing. Now, once they've gone to the secondary market, OpenSea, the marketplace we're talking about, then you'll be able to look at what we call rarity. The different traits or properties it have or utilities are attached to it give it a rarity status. The more rare something is, the more valuable it is. The less rare it is, the less valuable it is. It's really that simple. So that's what minting is, as far as it's the first time it's made. You usually are able to get it at a set price. You don't know what you're going to get. You get something really good or really bad. The problem now is there's so many people trying to mint. So say you have a 10,000 collection of NFTs. Sounds like a lot, 10,000. But when you have 100,000 people trying to mint them all at the same time, you've got like maybe a 1 in 10 chance to get one, if that. And that's when the gas fees go so high, because everybody's pushing the button trying to mint. So you've got 10,000 or 100,000 people trying to mint these 10,000. So the gas fees go through the roof. But that's hopefully those were the questions you had. But yeah, but that's what you want to look at. The fees, really, if you're worried about gas fees right now, this isn't where you need to be. You need to go you need to learn. You can still be in this world, but flipping them's not for you. And I'm not trying to say this to disparage anyone or whatever. I just need you to be real. Because First of all, it's going to be hard to mint them. Like I'm saying, and there's bots too. That's the other thing. They have actual bots going. So you're not only going against people, you're going against bots that do stuff in micro transactions of a second. So let's say you don't mint. You go and buy on OpenSea. Again, you have a couple $100. You could buy one or two, and it might work out. It might not. It's literally flip a coin. Let's see what happens. So I recommend if you don't have at least $1,000, don't get into flipping NFTs. Sure, you can hit it rich, but anything less than $1,000, you're like, good luck. I'm just being honest.
Thank you so much for this honesty. And if the people are the beginner and you are just watching us and you want to deep dive into it, then you have to learn the skill. And if you have the money, then just make the great amount of budget so you can just learn the thing and also face the fails, because sometimes uh, uh, the things getting failed. We don't think it will be grow sometimes, but it will be grow if you have the great knowledge and the right knowledge. So the thing is, uh, maybe we have done the most of the questions. So the main thing is what we can do to be secure and avoiding the fail victim to the scam, because in this journey, in this NFT, people are failing with the most of this scam. And just like you just shared that the $60,000 of scam, this is
Right.
the biggest amount. Yeah. So just please share that.
Sure. So the number one things you got to watch out for when you create your wallet for the first time, they give you what's called a seed phrase or a secret passphrase. It's different things, but it's usually anywhere from 8 to 24 words they give you. Now, these words are your combination to get into your wallet. They're your master combination. Anyone has these gets access to your wallet. You can't stop them. This is the biggest scam, is you'll log into somewhere and it'll say, oh, enter your seed phrase to log in. No. The only time you ever enter your seed phrase is the first time you connect your wallet to whatever browser you're using. After that, if anything ever asks for your seed phrase, they're trying to scam you. Nothing should ask for your seed phrase other than the very first time you connect your wallet to a browser. The second scam, they'll send in Discord, shut off all direct messages. They'll directly message you and they'll be like, guess what? There's a secret NFT launch that we're only letting so many people, and they get you all hyped up and you think you're into some secret special and you get FOMO, fear of missing out. You're like, oh, this is it. I don't want to miss out. And you go and you click on the link and you didn't check the link, and the link will have, it can literally, realize these are $1 million scams. So to pay 40 or 50 grand to copy a website exactly the same, it's nothing when you think about making millions. So literally what they'll do, they'll have the exact same URL, but instead it will have like an L instead of an I, or an E instead of a C, or something like it. If you just glance, you would never know. You got to check the URLs. Don't click links you don't know where they go, because some of these links will even give them access to your wallet when you click on them. Another thing, there's this whole thing where people are giving away NFTs. All right, let's be honest. If you're not an influencer like myself, where if someone gives me an NFT, I can be like, wow, look at this NFT. Everyone go buy it. If you're not an influencer, if you don't have any type of pull, why would I give you an NFT? Like, I mean, let's be honest. I'm literally devaluing my NFT because everyone I give away for free makes the value in them drop. Think about it. No one respects free. Free has no value. Instead, you want to build value and then have people buy your NFTs. So a lot of things too, what other people don't know, what people do is they'll code into the metadata on the smart chain or on the smart contract, like we've talked about. They'll have a little loop in there to when you try and sell it because they gave it to you free, they get access to your wallet and they'll steal everything. So think about it. If I'm giving free NFTs away to just everybody, is it more likely it's a scam, or someone that thinks that giving them away for free to just random people is really going to grow their brand? Think about it. So these are things you want to think about. Don't accept NFTs for free unless you know the person. Like if you hit me up and are like, oh, I had an NFT, I'd accept that. I know you. You're a trustworthy person. But if some random person you met in a group is like, hey, put your wallet ID down below and I'll send you an NFT, why? Especially if there's only 10,000 of them. Every one I give away, there's less now, and the value drops. They weren't sold, they're given away. If something's given away, it's free. Free has no value. So don't click links. Don't FOMO into stuff. Do your research. Research their Twitter. Research their Discord. Listen to what people are saying about it. Is it a scam or is everybody all in? This is one of the things. If you're going to flip NFTs, you have to do research. It's number one thing. You got to do your research. Can't stress that enough. But as far as scams goes, those are the number ones. They'll ask for your seed phrase. They'll send you a DM and try and get you to click a link or to go somewhere and attach your wallet, and then they'll get you. That's pretty much it, though. If someone's sending you, just realize if it looks too good to be true, in crypto and NFTs, it is 100%.
I got that. And most of the people are doing that particular mistake. They just click on that particular links, and they are just watching the free things, and always free things. They get them down, and they just lost everything. I know some of the peoples, and I know that's they are just doing the phishing attack, something like that. They're just creating the same websites with the different URL. I see that when Facebook started, some of the people are just creating that particular hacking that called the phishing hacking,
Right.
in which they are just creating the same thing, right? So
Right.
yeah, I have just read that particular thing, and most of the people doing that, and this is the insane value. This is the insane value that you just shared that.
Check this out too. I had a guy the other day that I deleted it instantly, but he put a post in my group. He's like, "Hey, drop your wallet. I'm going to give away free NFTs." And the NFTs he said he was giving away were like worth $15,000 each. Who the hell is going to give away a $15,000 NFT just for the hell of it? But I had like 10 people putting their, come on, people, wake the hell up, this guy. So then I message him and I'm like, bro, you're a scammer. And he starts cussing at me. I'm like, just show me the NFTs if you got them. Next thing you know, he's telling me how he's going to R my mom and he's going to F me and all. I'm just like, block. But it would just prove to it. It's like, if he was real, all he would have had to do is show me his wallet address that had those NFTs that he said he was going to give away in there. I would have been like, maybe you're some weirdo giving away $15,000 NFTs. Cool. But no, he's a scammer. So realize, again, if it's too good to be true, probably is. It's like 99% going to be in crypto. I'm sorry to tell you that. There is no easy road in crypto. There's not. I mean, there's not.
Yeah, thank you for the straightforward. Thank you so much, and for the honesty about the marketing, because people just deep dive without the research, and research is a must point if you just want to dive in any field. If you just want to dive into the affiliate marketing with the ClickFunnels or some other platforms, if you want to start your own business, then research is a must. So, because I've already take your a lot of time, so I just want to know, but literally, it was so much insane, and I literally feel that vibe that when you were just sharing the values, I can just interest the more and more. I can just listen the whole video
Awesome.
for day and the night again, and I can just talk to you about this. This is the really awesome. And the one more thing is, can I sell this video to the people who want to learn how we can
Sure.
just make the money with NFTs?
Oh, man, this is all yours. Do what you want with it, brother. Do what you want.
Thanks. So the last thing is, what would your advice for the newbies and who want to launch their NFTs or want to trade in the NFTs? So I thought they should learn the skill first.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you've got a following, NFTs might be a chance for you. But if you don't have a following, if you don't have a community, if you don't have anyone in demand of something you're making it an NFT is not going to make it sell faster. It's going to make it sell harder. Realize, like we talked about the wallet, if you make something NFT, if people don't know crypto, don't know NFTs, they're not going to buy it. So whatever you're making, if you make it an NFT, you're actually making it harder for people to buy, not easier. So realize that. So if you're not already selling something, making something you're not selling already into an NFT is just stupid. I mean, it's just, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying it's just stupid, dude. Realize NFTs are something being bought and sold on the blockchain. So if you have a course, if you have a product, if you have something that's usually valued more than like $400 or $500 because of gas fees and things like that, you want it to be above $400 or $500, it might be an NFT. Even services, like if I had a agency and I was doing Facebook ads, I could make my Facebook ad services in NFT. Guess what? Whoever owns this NFT gets 10% off my Facebook ads for a year or something. Like you could do like coupon type. Think about it. Like it's literally, that's what's so cool about NFTs. This is the only thing stopping us. This right here, our minds, man. Whatever you can think of can almost be an NFT now. That's the cool thing about it, but it has to have somebody in demand. Supply and demand is the biggest economic factor for NFTs. If there's no demand, doesn't matter how much supply you got. You can make tens of millions, but if people don't care, they don't care. So that's the thing with starting out, and it sucks to say it. I don't want to ever disparage anyone and be like, oh, Jeff said never try. Try it. You could be that one person, but just realize that if it doesn't work out, expect that almost rather than expect you to be that guy that did the 500 and made $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being, I don't want to like shoot people down. I always want people to try, you know, but just realize that if you make it, like, it's not like me where funnels, where I knew if I kept going, eventually I could make funnels. NFTs aren't the same like that. You know what I mean? You can't just push through it. It's not going to work. You need something so that people are demanding it from you, you know?
That's literally so much awesome. Literally so much awesome. And yeah, so I'm literally so much grateful to have you on my show. This is a literally a golden nuggets about the NFTs, because the revolution is here and we have the chance and we have the opportunity for that. So I have already taken your a lot of time. So the thing is, when you were just talking about the NFT tokens, and when people will want to buy my Facebook ad service, so we can just give you need the token. So I remember the one guy, the Gary V, who just started his own 5-star hotel, and he just mandatory to come in the hotel with the NFTs. If you have the NFTs, so you can just enter the hotel. Otherwise,
Yeah.
there is no way to welcome in the hotel, right? So
Yeah.
he is also using the Gary Vee is also using this opportunity in his business. So yeah, thank you so much for giving all the ideas and making our mind to the mindfulness in this situation. So because I already take your a lot of time. So the one more the thing is, if anyone want to learn from you about the NFTs, so where they can just join you, because I have just mentioned the only one link about the NFTs for newbies. Is there any platform the people can join on the Discord, something else?
Well, go to my newbies group because we're launching our Discord this week, which will be attached to that. That's really the best place, especially for anyone here. There's tons of videos already in the guides and in the feature section to help get you started. Like there's NFTs 101 basic. There's even videos on how to launch NFTs if you want. I literally walk people through how to make their own NFTs in my group. It's for free. It's like an hour-long course or program I went through and made it for everybody. On how to upload them to OpenSea, all that type of stuff. So it's all in there. It's all free. Just join the group, learn, and don't be afraid to ask questions. This is one of the times that the person that doesn't ask the question is the idiot. Okay, like I'm being blunt. The person that doesn't ask the question, you are the idiot. Because no one knows the space so new. Everything's new. Everything's being discovered. So if you don't ask questions, you'll never learn. You'll never grow. So don't be afraid to ask a question, no matter how silly you might think it is, because here's the deal. For every person that stands up and says, I have a question, there's 50 more of you out there thinking the same thing. They just don't have the balls to stand up and ask it. So get some balls, stand up and ask some questions, change the world.
Exactly. We don't afraid from the beginners, because in the journey we all start from the zero. We have to ask our question. It can be any silly thing or it can be a good question. I can understand that. So any other thing that you want to share, because it is going the time. I don't want to take a
No,
lot of time of yours.
no,
So
I appreciate it. I want to first of all thank everyone for having me on today. It was awesome being here. I appreciate sharing my passion with you. And you know, the most thing I just want you to take away from this, no matter what you do, whether you're trying to flip NFTs, creating your own, doing the metaverse, learning Solidity, whatever it is, just find something that gives you passion like this does for me. As you can tell, like I wake up, I get so excited talking about this. I just like literally, I could talk for hours on this stuff. And that's why I feel so blessed. And that's why I was willing to give up funnels and everything I've done, because when I saw this, when I saw the future, when I saw the potential, and I felt this fire inside me that started to grow, that was just like, yes. And I hadn't really felt since I made my first funnel with Kevin. Like I hadn't felt that fire in me. And when you feel that fire, go all in no matter what it is. Don't just dip your toe in, because I'm telling you, the people that dip their toe in are going to be the ones in a year from now going, man, I wish I'd listened to Jeff on that podcast and started learning Solidity coding because my buddy over here did it and he's making 6 figures now. Oh, poor me. No, get off your ass, okay? Come on now. Let's go. This is your chance. For all the people that have always wanted, when is my opportunity? When's my chance? It's right now. It's right now.
Listen, people, this is the chance. You have to take your ass. This is the chance. Just take the action.
Right.
So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for this show. And I have already just being to share that. I'm so much grateful. And thank you so much for this amazing thing and the insane value that you have just shared about the NFTs. And it is depends on people if they take the action, so they will be the proud in their futures. And I will just take the action because I'm just taking the idea. I will just start my funnel service with the funnel token. I thought this will be a next revolution for myself, for my business. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for giving me your precious time.
Sure.
Just let me wrap this up and I will just connect you for a while.
No worries.
Thank you so much. So I hope people you will just learn all the things from the Jeffrey, and Jeffrey shared a lot of things with you about the NFT. Why I'm just coming with the new thing about the NFTs because NFT is getting the boom on the boom. The graph is getting so much higher. If I'm just talking about the quarter three of 2021, so it is getting the 70% hike on the graph. 70% hike on the graph, and just like the Jeffrey said that one a project is made a $1 billion with that within a 1 year, not the, even it is not the year because they are just working on the from April 2021 and it is still the April, and he's already made the $1 billion with that. So I will just share you the name, and if you have any other questions, so you can just consult with the Jeffrey in his group, that the link I have just mentioned, the NFTs for newbies. So thank you so much for watching us, and if you have any questions, so you can just consult me as well as. Thank you so much. I will just come back with a new session. Thank you so much.